My guests on the Culture Crawl today are from an upcoming production of the University of Iowa Theater's a new play entitled Good Kids. Say hi to Taylor Adele Stewart, to Alan McVeigh, and to Kristen Hellige. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kristen, this is a unique production because it's a new play, but it's being produced in several different Big Ten schools kind of at the same time.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the program that this is about.
So actually, this is a part of the Big Ten Theater's New Play Initiative. They're commissioning new works by women and with significant roles for female actors. And this is the first production from that New Play Initiative. The Theater Consortium has actually commissioned 2 other playwrights as well. And Alan can probably even talk more about it. He's director.
And Alan, you're the director of the play.
I'm the director of the play, and I'm also the person who sort of started this initiative. But it was really joined in by all the Big Ten schools, which is great to know that the Big Ten does other things besides athletics, and in this case, an artistic thing. It really was an effort to find really more excellent roles for women. There's lots of great plays in the world, but most of them are about men. And so we thought we would do this, and we are. And so this year, this play is being done. It's already been done at University of Michigan. We're the second production. Then Indiana, Purdue, and some others. So it's just great that this is being done, and then it will be available around for anyone else to do after that.
Now, are you in communication with any of the other directions or directors or productions?
Absolutely. We all met together just shortly after the Michigan production was done, and we got the lowdown on how that went, which was that it was a very good production and very provocative play, and it is a provocative play. So yeah, we're talking together.
So the play is called Good Kids. Taylor, do you want to give us the synopsis?
Okay. So Good Kids centers around a casual sexual encounter gone wrong, and the very public aftermath due to it being broadcasted on social media. It follows a girl named Chloe who goes to a party and has quite a bit to drink and is or is not sexually assaulted by a group of football players. And the play really centers around how everyone deals with that and how it affects each of the parties in a different way.
Well, of course, this is unfortunately kind of a familiar story that it seems like we read in the headlines a lot. And in fact, as I was hearing you talk about that, I was thinking, well, I was just reading the same story 2 weeks ago. But of course, the play was written before then. But as and I assume that you play Chloe. I didn't ask, but yeah. So you play Chloe, and obviously this is a very intense role, but also something that as I said, it's kind of in the headlines. It's kind of a familiar story. What changed or what was different, or how did you approach it as an actress to try and bring something to it that was separate from what we might see on television in coverage or conversations with a victim of sexual assault?
I think what's really important about this play and how it's written is that it's not just rape is bad, which it is, but
it'd make for a short play.
Yeah, it'd make for a very short play. And what's interesting about this is it's so human, and it takes all the characters who are very fleshed out and human characters, and they're flawed and they're not. They have redeeming qualities. Everyone, they're all just people. They're all, when it comes down to it, they're good kids. And what makes this such a real production is that it's not just one note, you get all of it, and it makes the play more accessible for viewers so that they can, take it in with not just the sadness of the terrible thing that happens to this girl, but
David, as a director, Alan, sorry, Alan, as the director, how did you work to kind of pull those aspects out of the performers? Because it'd be very easy to, for the, the young men in the play to be, cocky, stereotypical football players, but it's obviously written to try and help us understand that everybody, not everybody is a villain all the time.
No, that's exactly right. And I didn't have to work too hard at it because the play does it for us. It gives, as Taylor said, fleshes out each of the characters. Even the football players are themselves, there's 4 of them, and they all participate in one way or another in this event. We never see the event, I might say. And so that sort of grim reality, we know about it, but we don't see it. They seem like good kids. And that's part of what the play is about, is that they're good. They are good kids, but what is a good kid? And can a good kid do something this terrible? The answer is yes. But the play ends in a place which you wouldn't expect exactly, where all of them are saying, this isn't all that I am. I'm more than this. And that includes Taylor's character as well. So the play, I think it's easy to think, well, going to see a play about sexual assault, it could be a pretty grim evening. It's not a grim evening at all. There's plenty of humor. There's dance. There's singing. There's a lot of really fun stuff. Really great energy, and as there is with these are all high school seniors, and that's where it leads, is to a place where no one expected it to go. No one.
Even a tragic event is not necessarily all, the story is not necessarily all tragedy.
Well,
Right.
on the contrary. In fact, often life goes on, life is happening, and then this thing happens, and then whoa, who expected that?
Talking with the director and cast of Good Kids, which opens next Thursday,
Yes,
Kristen?
Thursday, February 5th.
All right, and runs until?
And runs until February 15th is our last show. It's a Sunday matinee at 2 o'clock.
Okay, and people want tickets, how do they get them?
They get tickets through the Hansher box office at www.hansher.uiowa.edu, or they can call the Hansher box office at 319-335-1160.
Well, as we said, on the surface, you look at this and you think, oh boy, that's a downer. That doesn't sound like an evening of entertainment. But Taylor, would you, would you agree that what this tells is a story that, yes, it can be tragic, but also, can be an uplifting evening?
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's a tragic story presented in a light way, and as actors, it's not our job to morally instruct anybody, but I think that with this play that people will leave quite edified, and I think that some opinions will be reframed on this topic.
Well, our chance to see this in Iowa City and join people all around the Big Ten who are seeing Good Kids as well. Alan, well, congratulations on getting this project off the ground, because I'll bet that was a big effort all by itself.
It was, actually. Everybody agreed right off the bat when I went to talk to them that this was a good idea to do this. But how to do it? For example, we started off thinking we would do a competition, and then as we play competition, and as we got further into that, we thought we might be reading thousands of plays, and we don't have time to do that. So in the end, we ended up commissioning these plays, and then we'll make them all available. And so, but it's been an example of people who care about something working together to find the best solution, and I think we did.
Now, I assume you'll be working to repeat this. Is the goal to make it an annual event, or?
That's exactly right. We already have the next 2 have been commissioned, and next year's play will be about race on campus. It's written by an African-American writer. And the following year, well, I can't say exactly what it's about yet because that's a little ways out, but we've already got that in the works as well.
Okay, Alan, Taylor, Kristen, thanks so much for coming in. The play is Good Kids, opens this coming Thursday at the University of Iowa Theaters.